So a few weeks ago, I was eyeballing a game called Into the Radius. Into the Radius was currently, at the time of eyeballing the game, was $30. So I waited for the game to go on sale. And a couple of days later, the developer of Into the Radius reached out to me. And because I have the Haptics Vest, which is right there, I don't know if you guys can see it. And they were like, hey, we would love for you to try out the new update, which makes the game compatible with the Haptics suit. But of course, I said yes, I would love to try it out. It was super awesome. I do have some things I want to start talk about before I actually recommend this game. The game at the time of recording this video is $29, and I do not know if this game supports all of the attack suit mod. For those of you who don't know what Into the Radius is a single player survival shooter developed exclusively for virtual reality. You stalk through the surreal post-apocalyptic land where the physics-based interaction, realistic weapon handling, and moody atmosphere where you get your adrenaline pumping as you struggle to survive in an unforgiving dystopian environment. Now this game, like I said, is awesome with the Haptics suit, but there are some things I think that the game itself needs to be improved. For instance, when you load into the main menu, the text can be very blurry. And not just in the main menu, but throughout my experience with the game, a lot of the text is very low resolution. And besides that, the game itself is pretty performance heavy. I was rocking the 2070, and I had to put the game to medium settings. Now mine, I was recording with OBS, so that does take some performance as well. And I was getting a little bit of stuttering while recording with OBS. So real quick, I want to mention that this game does have native support for NVIDIA's DLSS. But I do not recommend using this because it will make the image look terrible. Now you can sharpen it, but it only sharpens the artifacts from my personal experience, and it just makes the image the overall quality of the image better, but it just still looks terrible. I would personally recommend, if you have any sort of performance issues, just lower the graphics settings. Or if you want to get the most amount of performance and the graphical settings, I think theoretically the AMD's FSR should work with this game, since it is a Steam game. So if you don't know what it is, I will link to the video that Sally Bradley made down in the description, and it should help any Steam game. And another thing is that the Haptics Vest didn't pair right away for me. I don't know if this was an issue with the Haptics Vest itself, but after closing the game and relaunching it, that seemed to fix the issue. Other than that, this game is very, very fun. It's super spooky and atmospheric, ominous, and if you're not a fan of like scary games like Half-Life Alyx, and this is definitely not gonna be the game for you. A lot of people said this game is reminiscent of the game Stalker. Now I've never played Stalker before, so I can't really agree with that. You do have manual reloading, and you do have the ability to clean your guns, which in turn down the line, the more you use it, the dirtier it gets. And so if you clean it, obviously this will help prevent things like jamming. And overall, I think this is a very cool mechanic. I still haven't gotten used to cleaning guns yet, because I've never played a game where you have to clean your VR guns. So it's a very cool experience. And my favorite thing about this game, besides obviously the Haptic support, is the inventory. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably like, inventory again. Now this doesn't have any restrictions in terms of how many things you can store, but the more stuff you store, the more cluttery or cluttered your backpack gets. And in turn, when you're going to face an enemy and you run out of bullets, you have to pull out everything in order to get to your ammo or your knife or any weapon really. And for me, that only adds to the experience. Now the graphics themselves they're pretty decent. They're not like Half-Life Alyx level, but they're not like potato level either. They're just in the middle. Alright, that's gonna be it for my review today. If you guys do want to pick up this game, it'll cost you $29.99, and I'll link to the Steam page down in the description for you to check out. While you're down there, be sure to like and subscribe, as it does greatly help promote this video across YouTube. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.